weeks to the next episode. No! Yo, what's up everyone? Treyman1 here. Welcome back to another Pokemon anime discussion video. Guys, today I will be giving my thoughts on Pokemon Horizons so far, as the first arc has just concluded. Liko and Roy set off. This series has been really interesting. There's been a lot of goods, but there has been some things that's been kind of But I think this series is going to be off to a great start. But let's go ahead and get into my full thoughts and review. For starters, let's talk about the characters. I think Pokemon Horizons has done an excellent job introducing each and every character. Liko and Roy, being the two main characters, have definitely gotten their great share of development within these 12 episodes, with the first 3 episodes being focused on introducing Liko, the following 3 being Roy, and then introducing kind of what their goals are, their secrets. I gotta say, these 2 characters have had great introductions, and even some of the side characters, like the Rising Boat Tacklers. Freed, my man Freed, best character introduction in the series. As for the other Rising Boat Tacklers, they've all had subtle moments. Like, I think Molly so far has been the best developed character, with us finally getting some information on her backstory, possibly being a Nurse Joy. I'm really interested to see more about her. And Dot has been a secret, Nido thing for the longest. And then she finally got introduced in the last couple episodes, and has been slowly but surely been getting more and more appearances. As for the rest of the crew, there's Murdoch and all the others. I think they all have had some nice moments. I do want to see more for their characters. Murdoch obviously has been getting developed through being related to Dot. And as for the other characters, I just want to see more of them and their stories as the series progresses. With, of course, Ludlow just being that one is just like, what the heck, man? Like, he has nothing really going for him yet, but we just got revealed that he does have a Pokemon. And I think that the next arc, we will finally get to see more of Ludlow. They've also done a good job introducing us to the antagonists, the Explorers, which mostly we've been focused on Amethio and his 2 companions, which I know I don't know the names, which that's kind of bad, which it's still early. So I'm sure as we see them more throughout the series, we will get to learn more about them and fully remember their names. And then there's been other characters introduced along the sides, which will probably have a more prominent role in the next arc. So I'm more interested to see what's going to go down with the Explorers, especially with Amethio now kind of changing his goal from the pendant to the Rayquaza. I really didn't expect that to happen. I thought he was just going to kind of follow them throughout the whole series trying to get the pendant, but nope. They've already changed his goal, so I can't wait to see what type of surprises they bring with the Explorers. As for the story, I gotta admit, the story of Horizons was definitely a slow build-up where, we got these hints, like we see the Rayquaza in the Pokeball, we see the pendant with the secret Pokemon, possibly being related to the DLC. But, we just had so many questions, and there weren't really many answers being given until recently in episode 12, where we got to see a little bit of lore with. There was this past explorer who had 6 Pokemon, and, I'm glad that we finally got that moment, because, yeah, Horizons has been slowly building up, but I feel like we needed just a little bit more, and I feel like that episode gave us exactly what we needed. So now we have more to look forward to in the future, especially with us going to Galar now to meet Liko's grandmother. I feel like we're about to get a lot more lore and story within this next arc. So far the story has been great, and I can't wait to see where they progress next. Animation. Now, the animation has been kind of weird for us, I'm not going to lie. The first couple episodes, beautiful, man. We got to see some epic, amazing battles. And then, kind of around 4, 5, and 6, the animation kind of dropped off. And it's like, for the first couple of episodes, especially introducing a main character like Roy, these episodes should not be dropping so hard. Like, I understand, maybe there's things going on still with the production issues that they had during the Journey's time, where they're still trying to recover from that. So I completely understand that. But, I do hope that the animation, with them taking this little break, they can kind of pick up more in those more action-packed scenes. I'm really looking forward to seeing more animated battles. And just on the topic of battles in general, we need more finished battles, because they give us battles, but they never really finish them. And then we have, here's one issue I'll get into. Liko's first win was off screen. They pulled a Go on us where Go got his first win off screen. That's not a good move, because then it kind of diminishes Liko's win against Roy, where it's like, oh, yeah, we see her actually winning, but she's already won against a stronger opponent off screen, and that's just like, I did like how they introduced, her first battle she lost against her classmate, which the classmates will be another thing I will actually talk about in a second. Pokemon Horizons was advertised a little bit differently than how it's actually being played out. In the first couple of advertisements we saw a lot more of the school and Liko meeting her roommate and things like that. So I really thought that it was going to be a school series with us traveling around the world. But they are in school, but they're just taking classes online. That's one thing I'm kind of disappointed in. I would have loved to see at least, possibly see more of Liko's roommate, because they set up kind of a rivalry with their first battle with Liko losing, Sprigatito versus Oshawott. I would have loved to see Oshawott and just some of the other classmates and their starter Pokemon grow throughout the series, but we're not really getting that. Yes, you know, I'm glad we're focusing on the Paldean starters, which is really good because Journeys took a while to introduce the Galar starters. But at the same time, with this being a series that's traveling around the whole world and being an introduction to a lot of new viewers, I think they should focus on introducing every Pokemon, like all the starter Pokemon. So hopefully later down the line, we will get to see Liko's roommate, that Oshawott again. Maybe in the next battle, both Sprigatito and Oshawott will evolve into Duat and Florigato or things like that. You know, there's a lot of potential for the school. And even though we did get to see a gym battle happen with Roy in the series, I don't think that this series will be following the traditional route of Pokemon from the original series to X and Y, where we'll see the main characters take on the gyms, then take on the leagues. Now, we will be seeing more gym leaders as we've seen in the special preview, so we may get to see more gym battles, but I don't think that they're going to be focused on that side of the Pokemon world. I believe we will focus more on the story and possibly get some more things like, you know, things from Legends Arceus. We see Legends Arceus Pokemon in the ending, and they're talking about this past explorer. You know, he could have had some Pokemon from the Legends Arc or Legends era. So I'm really hoping that we get this to tackle more on story side of things related to the games like that. Legends was a great story game. Scarlet and Violet as well. And as we are seeing more game characters like Nemona's here. We haven't seen any of the other game characters yet except for Nemona and Brassius. But I do believe they will tackle some more of the game story. Now, I don't think we will see the Miraidon story be played out where, you know, that's kind of like our buddy throughout the series because we are traveling the whole world. But I do hope whatever they decide to do, they take the game story and implement it in a nice way that's not kind of like diminishing it, but at the same time, the anime is telling its own story. So far, I gotta say, Pokémon Horizons has been a nice 7 out of 10 for me. I really do enjoy a lot of the series. Yeah, there are some nitpicks here and there. I feel like it was a little slow at certain points, but I do believe from now on, we will be picking up. And I believe that you all should check out the first 12 episodes during these couple week breaks if you haven't already. See if you like the series. You know, watching it all together may be better for you than watching it one by one every week like we did, because we had to wait and, you know, it's like so much build up. But here, if you watch it all at once, you might be like, man, this series is going off great. So I recommend you all get into it now. It's going to only pick up from here. We're going to see more terrestrialization. We're going to see more story points, more of the explorers, and things like that. So with that being said, in the comment section down below, let me know what y'all think of Pokemon Horizons so far. I'd love to hear. Thank you all for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed. Leave your review and your ratings in the comments. With that being said, Treyman1, peace out.